What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I'm back for another review of 11 Hip Hop Miami. This is season 5, episode 9, and the episode is titled Claws Out. So, we actually start this episode off with Florence. She's rehearsing for a performance that she has at a big Haitian festival, and she decides to sit down with her girlfriend Claudia, and they talk about the last time she had a big performance. You know, the one that we saw with Marlon acting like he was the star and everything went wrong that could have possibly went wrong, especially when her ass got booed off the stage. Yeah, that performance. So she thinks that this time things will go better because she's bringing Trina out as a guest. And I'm like, girl, you really think people give a fuck about Trina? But if you think that that will help your career, go for it. Now, Flo, she does say that she invited her sister Gael to the event, and she wants Claudia to basically play nice with her because there's some underlying issue between Gael and Claudia. Y'all, let us find out that Gael done messed around with Claudia, because I wouldn't put it past her. But nonetheless, Claudia, she is still begging and pleading to be claimed by Flo in public. But Flo, she doesn't want to come out because her family will be there, and that's not going to work for her. Girl, you are on a TV show. They're going to find out regardless. Like, be for real right now. But let's just go ahead and move on, y'all. We see Eliza and her daughter, and they're having a play date with Amara and the twins, right? So Amara, you already know she about to start off with the woe is me moments because she's like, I have a lot of things going on with my dad, and Safari, he wasn't there for me, and when I came back to Miami, he questioned what I was doing in the DR. Here goes Amara, y'all. Me and Safari, we were going so well. I said, were y'all? Like, no, y'all were just pretending to be going so well. And if you don't stop trying to sell us these lies you have concocted with Safari, like, girl, what else is going on? Because what happened to music? Amar, can we see you in the studio or something? Instead of every time we see you, you're whining? So then she goes on to talk about how she didn't even go to his birthday party, right? Oh, why she say that? Because here comes Eliza. Did you know that Shay was there? Girl, let me pull up the pictures. I said, girl, why are you gunning for Shay? Like, what has Shay done to Eliza for her to have issues with her? But I guess eventually we'll figure that out. Nonetheless, she pulls up her phone or whatever, and she shows Amara the pictures. And now Amara is feeling some type of way because she's like, well, she already knew that I was going through things with Safari. Girl, she probably showed up to the party thinking that y'all asses have made up. She trying to keep up with the same storyline that y'all putting out. But nonetheless, Eliza, I'm sorry, y'all. I just find this girl to be weird. You just got here, and you think that it's weird that Shay is hanging out with Von Shay? Like, why do you feel that way? I'm just trying to get some understanding because I don't understand how Eliza fits into any of this equation right now. So she is basically here to stir up the mess and put the battery in Amara's back because out of nowhere she goes on to talk about how Shay is more than likely gossiping about Amara behind her back to Von Shay. And I'm just like, what? How did we get here? Like, nothing that Shay has done should have caused you to think that way. And then Eliza goes on to talk about how Shay took that lady's man and Shay is miserable. And I'm just like, why are you so worried again about Shay? What's your obsession, sis? So then we actually see that Tasha K, she dropped some tea on Fabo. Baby boy has a whole secret life. Supposedly he has a woman back in Milwaukee that he was engaged to. They got about 5 kids. And the car that he's driving, or not driving, the car that he gave to Shay actually belongs to this woman. Now, here's the thing. We jump over to Von Shay and Shay. And Von Shay, she does admit that it shouldn't have gone that far with her and Amara. So Shay, she's still trying to be middle ground, saying, you guys need to have a conversation. I think that y'all could possibly be friends again. And Von Shay, she starts to question Shay about these accusations that, she took somebody's man. But Shay was not playing those games, not on this TV show. No, no, no. because literally somebody from production walks up and they were, I'm assuming, going to tell her, you have to talk about this because, it's all in the media. This woman decided to walk away. Shay was like, not today. I'm not doing it. We're not talking about this. I said, Shay, you are on this show. If you don't have any type of context or anything to add to that, you know that the show will let you go. So at some point, you're going to have to open up your mouth on what's really going on with you and Fabo. All right, so y'all, now let's go ahead and move on to Trick Daddy Dollars, okay? He feels like those girls, those twins or whatever, they are playing. Because he already done seen them in the studio once, and it didn't go well. He gave him a second shot. He said, I'm going to set y'all up with my producer. And baby, guess who didn't show up? The twins. So we see these girls, they get to the house in their best Fashion Nova dresses, looking like they coming from the goddamn Renaissance tour. I'm like, where are y'all coming from? What is going on? Y'all need to go back to wherever the hell y'all came from. Why are y'all here to cause havoc in Trick Daddy life? Like, he literally had to tell them to pull down their dresses because their panties were showing. I'm just like, can we please get rid of these twins already? Because they ain't it. I'm sorry, they just not. So we actually see Trick Daddy, he is questioning them about why they didn't show up to the studio. And these girls are basically saying that they missed going to the studio because they were out networking. Y'all ain't networking shit, okay? Y'all was out partying. So Trick Daddy, he went to full dad mode and was like, okay, but y'all are moving janky. And one of the girls was like, we ain't moving janky. And he was like, okay, from now on, have them niggas that y'all, smiling in their face and shit, have them pay for your studio time. How about that? And then let me know how that go. I said, ooh, he sounds such like a parent. Because anytime, especially a black parent, anytime you start to feel yourself, they be like, okay, you want to be grown? Let's play grown. Like, in this moment, I can't even be mad at Trick Daddy because at the end of the day, y'all got sent to me to live here for free because y'all were trying to work on some music. Not so y'all can come out here and party in Miami. So, y'all, let's go ahead and move on to Sukiyana, okay? Baby girl is back from London where she was completely acting a goddamn fool. We all saw that on social media. And she's in the club with Trina. Here comes Trina being aggy as fuck like she always is. Oh, I'm just so tired because I've been working on the Queens Can't Compete project. Girl, we know that Cindy is doing all the fucking work. Stop playing in our face. So Suki, she actually steps outside because she's like, oh, one of my friends is coming. And come to find out, her friend is Zoe Brinks. Now, at first, I was like, okay, are they going to try to set this up and make these girls pretend like they are friends? But no. We actually see pictures of them from back in the day when Zoe used to do Suki's hair. I said, okay, I actually like this because how many times have we seen people come on reality shows and they pretend like they friends and they don't really know the people? But one thing I have to say is, Zoe, you got to step your outfits up, at least by season 2. Because I get it, you don't really have money right now, so I can't really judge you. But you was definitely looking like somebody who just got off work. But I'm gonna let you, do your thing. I'm just saying, season 2, we gotta step up the fashions, okay? Now, speaking of Zoe, baby girl has plans on working on her own project because she ain't doing the Queens Can't Compete thing no more, so she gotta, get it for herself. So Zoe tells Suki, like, you've always supported me and everything. And I know that we have a song together. And I would love for us to do, like, a video for the song. Suki basically told her, just let me know all the information. And, I got you, girl. Because we really friends, for real. I'm not like these industry girls. I'm for real gonna rock with you. But, of course, Suki got a lot of stuff going on. You got to squeeze it into the schedule. So Zoe, she actually ends up telling Suki about her getting into it with Joy, how that led to her being taken off the project, and Suki just told her to stand 10 toes down and have a conversation with Trina, and go ahead and move accordingly, however that conversation ends. So what does Zoe do? She goes in there, talks to Trina. When I tell you I was so fucking over Trina, y'all, because Zoe walked up, hadn't even said anything yet, And Trina is like, "What's up? Nice to meet you." Bitch, you could have said that shit on day one and we wouldn't have had all this goddamn drama. Like, I'm sorry, but Trina is such a fucking bitch. And then on top of that, she thinks that her ass is slick. Like, don't try to make it seem like this is your first time meeting this girl. You have met her at this point 2 other times. All because you didn't open up your fucking mouth and speak does not mean that that woman did not introduce herself to you. Then she gonna sit up here and be like, "Oh, this is my first time meeting you, you know." And I'm just like, no, this is the first time you're acknowledging her existence, bitch. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so over Trina and her shenanigans. So Zoe pulls her to the side to have a conversation. And Zoe tells Trina how when she said the mean girl comment, it was a joke. And then Trina had the nerves to say, if I see you, it's always gonna be love. But if I don't know you, I don't have to fuck with you. Y'all, that statement right there let me know that Trina probably didn't go past middle school. There's no way you can tell me that she did. Because her logic is giving a 14-year-old girl. Like, sweetheart, all you had to say was a 2-letter word. All you had to say was hi. That's it. That's all. It had nothing to do with you fucking with her. Like, do you hear yourself when you speak, Trina? It makes no fucking sense. Then on top of that, you're supposed to be this legend according to all these people on this goddamn show. And this is how you treat people who support you and look up to you. Trina, you're a fucking mean girl. Like, I would love to know people's encounters with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, her fans. I would love to know how her fans have been treated by Trina. Because I'm pretty sure it's just like Zoe. Nonetheless, Zoe, she goes on to talk about how, listen, I got into it with your cousin. That led to me getting kicked off the project, but I was defending myself. So Zoe apologized, y'all. And here comes Trina with the fake shit. In her confessional, she was like, well, this is Cindy's project, and it's up to her who's on it. Now, bitch, you just said on the last fucking episode to Cindy that you did not want to work with her. And the way you described that situation that went down with Joy, there was no way Cindy was going to keep that girl on that project because it was in favor of you. Because it sounded like you didn't want that girl nowhere near the project. So now Trina gonna say, "Oh, well, I'll talk to Cindy." Y'all, I'm so sick of Trina. Get her off of this show. I'm sick of her. Now, let's just go ahead and move on, y'all. We see Trick Daddy and the twins, I'm sorry. He tells them that he's going to introduce them to a manager. Baby, why did he take them to Sundays, y'all? Why did he take them to his restaurant? Oh my God, I was cackling. So they go into the restaurant like, what we doing here? And he's basically like, these heifers don't know nothing about work or hard work, so they gonna have to put in something. So he introduces him to the manager there, right? And the manager was like, "Oh, let me go get them some aprons." And one of the twins is like, "Aprons? Y'all, why was his response, yeah, we sell food. This ain't a strip club." I hollered because the outfits that they had on, I said, where are y'all going? Like, me personally, I wouldn't even feel comfortable wearing outfits like that in front of my uncles. Not because my uncles are creeps, but because that's just weird. I was hollering, okay? So Trick Daddy said these girls need to learn something. So this is going to be the boot camp for them because he got to go to the damn studio and try to tell the producer why these 2 heifers didn't show up. I was hollering because them girls did not want to do anything. One of them had to clean the toilets. I'm just like, this is probably one of the better scenes. As much as I don't like these twins, I do like the interaction between them and Trick Daddy. Because Trick Daddy is always going to end up on top when it comes to when it comes to those twins. Because them two girls ain't too smart. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on to Shay. Y'all, she is meeting up with Von Shay. And she's planning on having this thing with Amara and Von Shay so they can clear the air, right? So Von Shay, she was like, she always talks about like my babies, my issues, my girls. I said, well shit, she ain't told no lies. Every time Amara hop on this damn screen, I'm telling you, she is whining about something. But let's slide on over to Amara. Because she shows up and she brought Eliza as backup. Eliza is in her confessional and she says that Von Shay is just like Miami Tip. And I'm like, okay, and what's your issue with Von Shay? Like, I'm confused. Why does Eliza have so much heat for Von Shay and Shay? Like, did they do something to you and we don't know about it? Because none of this is making sense at all. So, nonetheless, Amara, she gets there or whatever, and she's like, well, I don't know where these issues are coming from. And Von Shay is like, first of all, you acting like you don't know me. Now, according to Amara, I've only known you for a few months. So these two start arguing. Honestly, this whole thing is too much for me to even attempt to follow along. All I know is Von Shay, she threw a glass and it was plastic. So that shit bounced right off of fucking Amara's forehead like a basketball. I'm just like, this is all too much. And then, out of nowhere, security kind of separates them. However, some type of way, Amara was able to gather a plate off the table that was full of food, might I add, and throw that shit right at Von Shay's head. I'm like, what is happening? Security, y'all ain't even break them up enough. Von Shay is ready to fight. Amara is talking about some security is the only thing stopping me. I want both of their asses to go home. Please. They going back and forth, yelling across the room. Shay is over there looking defeated, depleted, and embarrassed. And here's the thing. As these girls are going back and forth, I will say this. There were two truths that were told about each other. Von Shay, you're not happy at home. Your home is completely broken. You going through all types of bullshit with that nigga that you with. Because gunplay is absolute trash. Now, Amara, you did mess around with your man best friend and became a single mother. But here's the gag. Both y'all bitches are miserable and both of y'all are single mothers. Congratulations. Y'all, let's move on. We see Flo, okay? She is getting ready for her big show at her beauty bar. They have 2 hours to get there, and there's only one road to get to this place. Traffic is already backed up. I'm like, so none of this was planned accordingly. Not a damn thing. Like, you couldn't get ready at the venue. Then on top of that, her dancers, as well as Trina, they're all arriving separately. And I'm just like, what is going on? Your dancer should have at least been arriving with you. Trina, she's a guest. She could absolutely come on her own. But girl, what was you doing? Didn't think that through at all. Flo's sister pops up, and she trying to be messy, trying to out Flo. But Flo, she wasn't letting her do it. Now let's hop on over to Shay, y'all. Baby, Shay is completely out of her fucking mind. Because she is moving into a bigger house with Fabo. And now they talk about what Tasha K revealed. So now in this moment, I feel like Shay ain't going nowhere. Because nothing that he said in that moment was him being honest. It was both of their asses skating over the actual issue because they don't want to talk about this shit on camera. It's giving, oh yeah, that bitch, she still wants you, but I don't really care because as long as he treat me right, it's giving too much of a hood classic tale. I want no parts of this. It's clear that Shay has left us, y'all. The D has made Shay completely Delulu. And it's sad to see her go out like this. It really is. Now, out of nowhere, here comes MJ strolling down the fucking road. And now this man has a bone to pick with Fabo, right? So MJ and Fabo are standing there, and MJ is just going on and listing all his reasons why he don't mess with Fabo. Y'all know what Fabo's response was? So you gonna help lift some boxes or what? Fabo don't give a fuck about Shay's family. He really don't. He don't give a fuck about her mama. He don't care about Shay. He don't care about her brother. This man does not care. Now here comes Shay. She come outside. She tell her brother that he coming over here causing problems and you out here embarrassing me. And I'm like, girl, Fabo has really done a number on you. Like, it is so sad to see Shay like this. But y'all, let's go ahead and wrap this up. We see Flo. She got 90 minutes to get to the venue, right? Trina's not answering her phone. Probably because Trina's ass ain't gonna be there. Her dancers, they're just now leaving as well. So when we get to the actual venue, she gets there, I think, with like 20 minutes to spare, I think. The dancer's still not there. Marlon, he comes there to support Flo or whatever. And here's the thing. They tell her, like, all right, girl, you're up. She's like, no, I don't have Trina. I don't have the dancers. They're like, okay, but you're still up. That ain't got nothing to do with us because you're unprepared. Either you gonna go on this stage or you're not. So now she has to go up there. No dancers, no Trina. I said, girl, your sister and your girlfriend better get on that stage and twerk something. Because ain't that the whole point of y'all little song? You better make something happen. But y'all, that is where the episode stopped. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all in my next review. Bye, guys.